Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. I would like for all of you to take a ride with me today. I can guarantee you that this ride, it will be an experience. But before we get going on that ride, I'd like to tell you about what you'll be riding in. Elinor. Elinor is my 1992 white 4-cylinder Chevrolet Corsica. And she is obviously a beauty. She is named after my grandmother, Elinor, because she owned the car before I did. And going forward in my speech today, when I say Elinor, I will be referring to my car, the Corsica, and when I say Grandma, I will be referring to, of course, my grandmother. Did everybody get that? Okay, I want to make sure, because when I say Elinor is leaking oil, I don't want you to think I'm talking about my grandmother. I know it was rough on Elinor to go from Grandma, who didn't listen to the radio, was 90 years old, and drove 25 to 30 miles per hour, to a 28-year-old male driving 65 to 75 miles per hour, just on the highways, of course, and listening to rock stations like X103. My dad owned Elinor a short time before I did. He didn't own her long, and he gave her to me after my cord was totaled in an accident. I had her for a couple of weeks, and I told my dad, I said, well, she drives pretty good for 1993. It was then that my father told me my old car was even older. It is a 1992. But one time in my life, I wish my father would have lied to me. Trying to look on the bright side of things, I knew a car had to be 25 years old before you could get antique plates for it. Hey, I'm just another year closer to that. Picture it. A 1992 Corsica with antique plates on it? I know I'm not the only one who gets goosebumps thinking about that. It's been a few months since I decided to stop putting any money into Elinor because she was costing me more repairs than what she was actually worth. So I decided to drive her until the day comes that she can be reunited with Grandma in heaven. Love you, Granny. The day I decided this was the day I found out that she couldn't even be fixed. I went to pick her up from the shop, and the mechanic told me he couldn't get her alignment right. I didn't have to pay for that alignment, which was nice. I thought surely the mechanic got it close enough anyways. For the first and only time in my life, I was wrong. I left the shop and I decided to test out the alignment. I let go of the steering wheel, and it was then, veering towards an 18-wheeler, that I decided no more money should go into repairs for this car. When you get into Elinor today, you may notice like a mold type smell, and I'm still not sure if that mold is from when I left the windows down and that hurricane came through, or when I left those fajitas in the back seat for a couple of days. I could go get an air freshener for our ride today, but it's just going to take away from the experience. When you get into your car, you probably buckle your safety belt, start the car, and go. When you get into Elinor, you buckle your safety belt, but before you start the car, you say a little prayer to Grandma because you want to return home safely and return home in Elinor. Feel free to bow your head while I make that prayer now. My Grandma, who art in heaven, Corsica has thy name. Thy automobile comes and goes. That will not be done on earth, as please don't let her today go to heaven. Give us this day our daily drive, and forgive us our offensive driving, as we forgive those who offensively drive against us. And lead us not into any trees, but deliver us straight down the roads. For thine is the automobile, and the maintenance, and the gas, forever and ever. Amen. I'd be scared to find out what would happen if I took Elinor for a ride, but I forgot to say that prayer. I'd say chances are I'd be walking home. All of you have probably seen a television show or movie where the character's driving like this, yet they're going straight. Anybody who thinks this doesn't happen in real life hasn't gone for a ride in Elinor. Elinor recently started making some strange noises whenever I turned right. So I turn left whenever I can to avoid hearing the noise. Unfortunately, the other day while turning left, I heard that same strange noise, which kind of stinks, but at least I don't have to drive around the block in the wrong direction to get to work anymore. I know everybody's getting very, very excited, or okay, probably very, very nervous about going for a ride in Elinor today, but there's just a few more things I need to tell you before we get going. If it's raining out, we're going to have to postpone the ride. That's because my windshield wipers, they don't wipe very well. And I could go get some new windshield wipers, but the old ones I have, they just fit in so nice with the rest of the car. And since I only have an AM radio, what's kind of cool is my windshield wipers, they make some cool sounds. I'm talking about sounds that you could dance to if you wanted. When riding in Elinor, there is no funny business. For example, don't do what my mother-in-law, Sue, did. I want to let you know that I even volunteered to drive to the restaurant. I parked, naturally turned off the car, and I heard Sue in the back seat say, "Danny, could you start the car so I can get my windows up?" Me, being the gentleman I am, started the car. It was then I heard Sue's trademark laugh. I thought, this is a 1992. It has manual windows. If I catch you doing something like that, you will have to exit the car. I will, however, stop for you, unlike I did my mother-in-law. And unfortunately, our ride today, it will not include any highways. And this is because the car vibrates too much. I'm afraid the steering wheel might just vibrate right off. Now that I told you all about Elinor, let's say we postpone that ride. I'm not sure I want to be liable if something happens to any of you. Madam Contest Master.